Hello friends, welcome to my channel Igira Techies. Today let's talk about worker services in .NET 7 and also how to convert these worker services into Windows services. So basically if you are working with an .NET framework, we have the standalone template for creating the Windows services. In .NET Core, we don't have the option, okay? Then you may have the question, if there is no template for the services, then how to create the services in .NET Core? So basically, we can create two ways. The first one is we can create one console application. Then we have to install some additional packages that will provide the feature of Windows services. The same way we can use the worker services also. So in our video, I am using this worker services. Okay. Okay. Here I listed out all the topics. We can go one by one. First, we can see what is worker services. Then how to convert these worker services into Windows services. Then we can implement the Serilog for the logging purpose, and then we can connect the databases using this ADO.NET. At the end, we are going to install our services. Okay, first let me start from what is worker services. A worker service runs the top of the concept of host. It is the background service which maintains the lifetime of the application. The host also makes available some familiar features such as dependency injection, logging, and configuration. The worker service will generally be a long-running services for performing some regularly occurring workload. The real-time examples like monitoring some activities, maybe the site performance, or else in the particular time period we may execute some jobs. So in this situation, the worker service is a better option. Okay, great. Now let me move on to the implementation part. First, I'm going to create the application, new project, search like a worker, user update service. And the next one is framework. We can see this .NET 6.0. So let me change this into 7.0. Okay. Even if you are using the 6.0 also, the steps are same only. Okay, our application is created. So this is very simple. First we can see this app settings.json file. So here we can have this logging path and also the connection string. And also we can store the app settings value. And then this program.cs file having the configuration related activity. And the next one is worker.cs. Actually, this is our service. So it is implemented this background service class. So if you check this class, we have this execute asynchronous method, and also we have two virtual methods. One is the start asynchronous and another one is the stop asynchronous. Okay. Then we can create one new service. So it is just a CS file only. So I'm going to provide the name as user service. Okay. So it's a public class, and we can implement the background service. We can see the show potential fix. So implementing this abstract class. Okay. And also it is having two more override functions. So the first one is start asynchronous and the next one is stop asynchronous. Okay. Okay, this is fine. And the next thing is we have to register this service. So let me go to my program.cs file. So if you noted here, already the worker is registered. So let me comment this one. So instead of that, we can use our class file. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Now let me do the implementation in this execute asynchronous. We can use this while loop. So just checking the condition, stopping token dot is cancellation requested. So here is cancellation requested means stopping the services. Okay. Then I have to give the condition like this. So in this asynchronous method, actually we have to use the await. So that's why I'm getting this exception. Task dot delay. Maybe 1 second. So value is 1000 millisecond. Here we can use this stopping token. Okay. So the next thing is we can implement the Serilog. So let me set the logging path here. So inside this logging section, I'm going to include one more property, log path, and the file name should be API set text file. Okay. Okay, this is fine. And next we have to install the packages. So in this NuGet package section, we can search like serilog.asp.netcore. So the latest version 6.1 is there. So we can install this one. Okay. So it is including some dependent packages also. Okay, the installation gets completed, and one more package, serilog.sinks.file. So the latest version is 5.0. We can install this one also. Okay, great. The installation gets completed. So let me save this one. So next to move on the configuration side in our program.cs file. First in our configure service, we have to use like use Serilog. Okay, it is not coming. Then we have to include the namespace. Okay. Okay, the issue got resolved. So next we can implement the log configuration. Okay. Log.logger equal to logging configuration and the minimum level from the debug itself we have to get the log. Okay. And the next one we can override the log. Serilog events log event level dot warning. Then enrich from log content. So finally we are going to writing the file. Okay. Write to file. Here we have to specify the path name. So at the end create logger. Okay. So already we have this log path in our app settings.json file. For accessing this one, I'm going to declare one property config setting, new configuration builder, add JSON file dot build. So the JSON file is app settings.json. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Next we can provide the exact path value. Okay. So in this file section, so inside this logging section, the log path. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Now let me go to our services. Here we can include the log. Okay. So let me create the constructor. So we can inject the logger here. Okay, the first log we can include in this start section. Okay, logger.log information service started. Okay, here actually I have to include this double quotes. Okay, this is fine. So the similar way in this service stop section we can log like service stopped. Okay, and next in our execution side, execution started. Okay, and inside that we can use this try and catch block. If there is any error, we can capture like log error. Okay, so here we can write our functionalities. Okay, so next what I'm going to do, let me run these services. We can verify whether the logs are working fine or not. Okay, okay, our service is running in the local. Yeah, see, the log file is generated. We can see service started, execution started, because for every second it will generate the log file. See, so next let me generate one error scenario. Okay, now let me run the service. Before that, I'm going to delete the log. Okay, once again I am running. See, again the log is generated, and we can see execution started and we are getting the exception. See this error type, error, and attempted true divided by 0 exception. So it is simply capturing. Okay, so let me stop this one, and the execution is happened for every seconds. Okay, so if you want to increase the seconds, so you can give like this, so it will be executed every 15 seconds. Okay, so in case if you want to include the minutes, then you have to put like this, then it will be executed for every 1 minute. So in this scenario it will be executed for every 5 minutes. So in our case I'm going to give just 15 seconds, that is more than enough for me, and I'm going to delete the log file once again. Okay, so as of now we checked the basic scenarios. Now I'm going to install these services, so there we can start and we can verify. Okay, for doing this one we have to install one more package. The package name is Microsoft extension.hosting.windows services. Okay, then in our program.cs file we have to enable this one. Okay, use Windows services, that's it. So let me save this one. Okay, this is fine. Now let me publish these services. Right click, publish. So we can choose this folder option. Next, browse the folder. Okay, the publish profile is created. Now in this show all settings side, so the path is there and other things, everything is fine. Now let me publish this one. Okay, the publish is completed. See, here we have this exe file. Okay, so let me copy this path. For the installation, I have added the steps. Okay, so we have to execute this command in our command prompt in the mode of administrator. So we can rewrite this one. Okay, let's see create, and our service name I can give like user service, then this bin path, and here our exe name. User update services dot exe. You can copy this one. Okay, there is some spaces, we can remove this one. Okay, otherwise it will create the issue. So in the command prompt we can run in the administrator mode. See, create service success. Now let me open my service. So there I can see our user services. Okay, user manager and user service. It is not yet started. So before that, let me go to the log section. So we don't have any logs. So let me run these services. I mean start the services. Okay, it is started. Now see, the log also automatically generated. Here you can see service started, execution started. So we got this exception. I'm refreshing. For every 15 minutes it will run. See, again it is generated the logs. Okay, so let me stop the services, otherwise it will run every 15 seconds. Now let me go to the code. So we have created the basic services and then we have installed, it is working fine. Now I'm going to include the database connection. Okay, for doing this one I have created one procedure, and I'm having one table also. Okay, this is my table. And next in our application, first in this app settings.json file, I'm going to include one more section. The section name is connection string. DB connection. Here I have to provide the connection string value. Okay. Next in our application, I am going to create one interface, int service. Update user. Okay. Also, I'm going to create the implementation class. We can implement this interface here. So next we can create the constructor, and also I'm going to declare one variable connection string. So this dot connection string equal to configuration dot get connection string of the value. Okay, this DB connection. So next let me complete the implementation of this update user method. So let me declare one variable catch exception. If any error, we can just throw it. Okay, so it will be captured in our service section, and we can register this interface and the implementation class in our program.cs file. Then only we can do the dependency injection. So services dot add singleton. So our interface is int service, and the implementation class is nt service. Okay, okay, this is fine. And in our nt services, so next we can open the SQL connection here. Okay, we need to install one more package, Microsoft.data.sql client. Okay, great. The installation gets completed. So we can include the namespace Microsoft data.sql client. Okay, SQL connection. This dot connection string. Then SQL command. So then procedure and our SQL connection. Okay. So this is my actual procedure name. Then the command type dot procedure. Okay, our function is almost ready. Okay, so the logic is very simple. So we have one table. So it will check the status. If it is 0, it will update into 1. And at the end, it will return the response of count. Okay. Now in our user services, I'm going to inject our interface. Okay. So whatever response is coming, we can include it in our log itself. Okay, so let me save this one. First we can run in our local. If it is working, then we have to install it. Okay, okay, this is running. See, the two records are got updated. So if I'm checking this table also, see the status is 1-1. Okay, now manually I'm going to update this one. Let me see the log once again. See, 0 records are updated. Just I updated. Now see, it is 0 and 1. After waiting some seconds, see, it is changed into 1. And if I'm checking the log also, I can see one record got updated. Okay, so now our service is working fine in our local. The same thing we can install and we can verify once again. Okay, so we can clear all the items. So let me uninstall the service also. Okay, the service is deleted. So if I'm refreshing, it got removed. Okay, now I'm going to publish once again. So the existing item, let me remove it. Okay, publish completed. So we can use the same command for installing the services, and in our log path there is no log file. The service is installed. The user service I'm running manually. Yeah, access denied, could not start this. No, I just changed the name, test service. Okay, okay, it is created successfully. Okay, let me refresh this one, and here we can find our services, test services. Okay, so let me start this service. Okay, currently our service is running. We can check in the log path. See, so initially it is updated 2 records, and the next execution it is updated 0 records. So let me check in the database side. Okay, both are in the 1-1 status. Okay, let me mark this into 0 once again. Anyway, the service is running in this background. So if I'm opening this log file, see, so next 2 times it is coming as the 0 records. Finally, it is updated into 2. Okay, so hopefully it will be updated in our database also. See, again 1-1. Okay, now I'm going to set the status of 0 for the ID of 1. We can wait for some time. See, the status is updated. Now if you check this log, you can see continuously 0 record. So in the last update, it is updated a single record. Okay, okay, in this way service will continuously running in this background. So in our logic we have just updated the status. So based on our scenario we can do any operation. So almost now we are in the end of the video. I hope you got some better idea. Still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box, and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.